Critical Role meets a hive mind, Candela Obscura changes its release schedule, and D&D Bourbon. All this and more on Fantasy News Friday.
Good news, everyone!
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekly look back at all the news stories not quite big enough for their own video. This week we're talking about the latest episode of Critical Role, so spoilers there. We're also talking about a new D&D inspired bourbon made by Matthew Lillard, and the new Assassin's Creed tabletop RPG. Now, if you like these kinds of videos, be sure to let us know in the comment section and like and subscribe these videos so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news!
And in the news this week...
Critical Role's quest to gather more allies for their fight against Ludinus and Predathos took a weird turn this week on the latest episode of the show. After fighting and defeating General Ratanish, who is the second in command of Paragon's Call, who you may recall Ashton lost a duel to way back at the start of the campaign, the party discovered that All Minds Burned, a crawler gang that you may remember from earlier in the season, was actually the front for a weird hive mind creature that's some sort of like fungal thing with dead people or something. I don't know. It's weird. This creature provided Ashton and Imogen with a brood pit, which is a kind of seed thing, to bring with them when they eventually go to Rudis, which, you know, what can go wrong? Bringing a hive mind to a moon, enclosing a god-eating thing. No problems there. The episode ended with Keyleth bringing Imahira Joe, Dancer, and other Tinkerers with her to Whitestone to repair the harness that the party found in Ludinus' old tower that was seemingly used to extend his life, and explains his near immortality because he really wanted to get his revenge on the gods and had to wait like 9,000 years to do it. Things are definitely getting weird on Critical Role. It must be the middle of the campaign.
You guys ready to get weird tonight or what?
Speaking of Critical Role, Candela Obscura is moving its YouTube VOD release schedule to line up with other Critical Role releases. While new episodes of Candela Obscura was originally posted 2 weeks after the premiere, the show will now move to its typical Monday release schedule. In a video, Marisha noted that the gap made it harder for fans who watched the beginning of episodes on Twitch to finish those episodes on a timely basis because they had to wait 2 weeks to watch it. Candela Obscura has done pretty well on YouTube, although the average Critical Role episode has about 4 times as many views as the most recent episode of Candela Obscura.
It is acceptable.
Our Talsorian Games is teasing a brand new IP called Blue Moon that Cody Pondsmith is working on. Now, all we have to go off of is a single teaser image, but the IP appears to be based on Japanese folklore and symbology. More details will be revealed on August 31st, which, hey, is just like a week away, so we'll probably have more details on that in our next video.
Come on, give me it.
Matthew Lillard is launching a D&D inspired bourbon line. Quest Ends is a new kind of bourbon founded by Lillard's new company, Find Familiar Spirits. The bourbon seems to be tied to some kind of storyline with characters created by Kate Welch, hey, remember her, that were illustrated by Tyler Jacobson, who is Kate Welch's partner and also the guy who illustrates the covers of all of the big D&D book releases. The first 4 bottles in the line are Paladin, Rogue, Warlock, and Dragon, each of which will have different flavor profiles to reflect the personality of the character each type of bourbon represents. Now, this line will launch in, I believe, November, and we're really hoping to get ourselves a review copy. Call us, Matt!
That, as much as anything else, led to my drinking problem.
And finally, the Assassin's Creed tabletop RPG is coming out soon, and we now have an idea of how this game works. Basically, the game uses custom dice to determine checks. Players have 4 stats, each of which are tied to a face of the custom dice that CMON plans to release for this game. When players make checks, the dice showing the symbol of the stat they are using has to meet or exceed the check number. So if you have to pass a stealth check of 2, you need to have 2 dice showing the stealth symbol. The game also features a bleed and sync system that allows a player to unlock more abilities and gear slots as they fall in sync with their historical ancestor, which we admit is a pretty cool way of representing the whole idea of the Assassin's Creed game. Now, a quick starter guide is available now, there's a companion app so you don't need to buy those custom dice, and the Kickstarter launches in September.
It's about damn time.
So, what was the biggest news of the week? You let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.